Welcome to BingeWorthy Breakdowns, your go-to source for the sharpest reviews, juiciest recaps, and the must-watch moments in TV and film. Today, we're stepping into the courtroom with CBS's Season 1 of Matlock, the reboot that brings the classic legal procedural into the modern era with a twist of charm, cleverness, and a captivating lead performance by Kathy Bates. That's right, the Southern drawl, the gray suits, and the genius legal mind are back, but reimagined for today's world. This isn't just nostalgia bait. This new Matlock reboots the iconic courtroom drama with style, substance, and more than a few surprises. It leans into its legacy while also planting fresh roots. It's part character study, part whodunit, and part weekly morality tale, all tied together with courtroom fireworks and a leading lady who refuses to be underestimated. So how does this reboot stack up to the legacy of the original Matlock series? Let's break it all down. For those unfamiliar with the classic, Matlock was a long-running courtroom drama starring Andy Griffith as a brilliant, folksy defense attorney with an uncanny ability to sniff out the truth. It ran from the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s and became a staple of daytime syndication, known for its Southern charm, methodical storytelling, and a lead character who always seemed one question ahead of everyone else. The 2024 reboot picks up that tradition, but reimagines it with Kathy Bates as Matty Matlock, a sharp-witted former judge who steps back into the courtroom with something to prove and plenty of secrets under her sleeve. This new iteration is set in Washington, D.C., and the change in locale gives the show an edge of political drama, heightened stakes, and a very modern pulse. This Matlock isn't just about solving cases. It's about navigating institutional power, cutting through bureaucracy, and exposing the ugly truth with a smile and a steel trap of a legal mind. It's a procedural, yes, but one with depth, wit, and thematic weight, tackling everything from generational justice to gender politics in the legal world. Season 1 Recap. Across its 19-episode debut, Matlock delivers a case-of-the-week format with a slow-burn character arc underneath. Each episode features a new high-profile case that allows Matty to flex her legal muscles, showcase her strategic brilliance, and peel back another layer of her mysterious past. From tech moguls accused of murder to high-profile political scandals, Matty is always 10 steps ahead, charming juries and unsettling prosecutors along the way. While the cases provide the weekly hook, it's the evolving personal stories that keep you coming back. Matty isn't just trying to win cases. She's rebuilding her life, reconciling past regrets, and proving she still belongs in a world that's moved on without her. There's an emotional core here that deepens with every episode, giving weight to the courtroom wins and losses. She's surrounded by a compelling ensemble, including Jason Ritter as Julian, the son of the senior partner at the firm, trying to prove he belongs not because of his last name, but because of his talent. Idealistic and eager to make a difference, Julian struggles with balancing his privileged access with his drive to earn respect on his own terms. His personal growth, identity crisis, and slow burn transformation into a formidable attorney form a compelling subplot of its own. Leah Lewis as Olympia, a relentless investigator whose backstory ties directly to Beau Bridges' character. Once overlooked in her early career due to institutional politics, Olympia now operates with laser focus and a no-nonsense approach. She's determined to expose uncomfortable truths and make sure justice isn't just a concept, but a reality. Her dynamic with the senior partner provides some of the show's most charged scenes, highlighting both generational tension and mutual respect. Beau Bridges as the calculating and charismatic senior partner whose legacy looms large over the firm, and whose mentorship of Matty is laced with unspoken agendas and unresolved tension. His presence adds gravitas and a sharp sense of institutional history, complicating Matty's quest to forge her own identity within the legal world. Each episode blends wit with tension, and there's a growing mystery around Matty's past that promises to unravel deeper layers in future seasons. The finale hints at secrets that could rock the legal community and redefine who Matty really is, or who she used to be. The 5 things we like the most. Kathy Bates is the show. Let's be clear, without Kathy Bates, this reboot doesn't work. She brings gravitas, sly humor, and emotional nuance to Matty, making her both a commanding force in the courtroom and a mystery outside it. Bates never oversells. Instead, she underplays with grace and subtle power. Every glance, every pause, every pointed question lands with purpose. She knows when to lean into Matty's warmth and when to turn on the cold legal assassin within. Bates gives the character dimension, charisma, and complexity, and makes you believe she's capable of dismantling any case, any time, without breaking a sweat. Her performance anchors the show and elevates every scene she's in. The reboot smartly updates the procedural format without losing the core charm of Matlock. It tackles contemporary issues like AI liability, political corruption, and media trials with clarity and emotional depth. It's old-school structure with new-school urgency, and it works. Each episode feels relevant without being preachy, and the show doesn't shy away from gray areas. It raises difficult questions about ethics, justice, and institutional trust, and it does so with intelligence and purpose. It's not just entertainment, it's commentary wrapped in drama. A cast that clicks. The supporting cast grows into their roles over the season. Ritter brings warmth and energy, Lewis adds edge and intellect, and their chemistry with Bates feels earned and authentic. The ensemble doesn't overshadow Matty, but they don't get lost in her shadow either, a delicate balance the show nails by the midpoint of the season. What's impressive is how the show gives each of these characters their own arc. They're not just sidekicks or exposition machines. They evolve, face challenges, and bring different perspectives to each case. The team feels like a team, not just background noise. The courtroom sequences are the backbone of the show, and they're sharp, punchy, and suspenseful. Whether it's a jaw-dropping cross-examination or a clever trap laid for a lying witness, these scenes are where Matlock thrives. The writing is tight and often quite funny, delivering legal thrill without losing accessibility. But more than that, they're emotionally charged. Every win and loss means something, not just for the case, but for the characters. Stakes are personal, strategies are layered, and the reveals? Often jaw-dropping. It's the kind of courtroom drama that makes you want to shout at the screen, in a good way. Hints of a bigger mythology. Beneath the cases lies a quiet subplot. Why did Matty really leave the bench? What is she hiding? And what's her connection to the powerful legal dynasty she keeps crossing paths with? These questions don't take over the show, but they simmer just enough to hook us for season 2. There are clues sprinkled throughout, cryptic conversations, old case files, and flashbacks that only raise more questions. It gives the show long-term intrigue without sacrificing its episodic pleasures. It's a smart way to reward viewers who pay attention. Best acting moment. In episode 7, titled A Reasonable Doubt, Kathy Bates delivers a monologue during closing arguments that stops the episode cold. It's not fiery, it's composed, reflective, almost tender. She speaks about truth, perception, and justice in a way that feels personal and universal. It's a scene that reminds you what great actors can do with just words and silence. There's a haunting vulnerability to her delivery. It feels like Matty is speaking not just to the jury, but to herself, trying to convince everyone, including her, that justice still means something. It's not just the best acting moment of the episode, it's one of the best scenes of the entire season. What didn't work? The pacing early in the season can feel uneven, and a few of the early cases lack the punch needed to make them memorable. Some viewers might find the weekly structure a bit formulaic, but by episode 4, the writers start layering more risk and surprise into the mix. Also, the show could benefit from tightening its tone in a few places. At times, the balance between humor and drama wobbles slightly, but those are minor quibbles in what is otherwise a well-crafted, sharply written reboot. Looking ahead. The Matlock Reboot ends its first season with plenty of momentum. Matty's secrets are starting to crack the surface, and her legal victories are making enemies in high places. With a deeper dive into her past and even juicier cases promised, Season 2 has a real shot to elevate the show from smart reboot to must-watch drama. We're intrigued by the groundwork being laid, a deeper mythology, rising political tensions, and emotional fallout from decisions made in the courtroom. If Season 1 was the foundation, Season 2 could be the show's breakout. Verdict: we're giving Matlock 4 stars for being smart, stylish, and anchored by one of the greats. Matlock Season 1 is a legal drama that earns your attention and your affection. Come for Kathy Bates, stay for the clever writing and compelling character work. Streaming now on CBS and Paramount Plus. Vertical Bar Matlock, 2024. Like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss the next binge-worthy breakdown.